Hi. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about pranic healing today because I got an email from someone and it was so fascinating to me. And so I wanted to share with you. Basically, I'm going to read it and then answer the questions because I think it would be helpful to everyone on the subject of energy healing. If you are interested in energy healing and know about energy healing, and if you don't, and a couple of people have said to me, I have no idea what the words are that you're saying, Tracy. So I'm going to do a series of videos kind of hitting on people that know a lot about energy healing and understand the words that I'm saying, and then some videos that are kind of translations if you don't know about energy healing and you don't understand the words that I'm saying. So this is a real life example. I get this email from someone, actually a friend of mine, and said, I recently met with an intuitive healer who told me that my solar plexus chakra is blocked. Needless to say, I was shocked. Not that this journey isn't continuous. Yes, this journey is continuous because we're humans. But I did walk away feeling down, which makes me really sad. Okay, don't feel down. Feel however you want, but do not despair if you feel like or have heard that you have some blockages, some energy blockages. So she says, I'm wondering if through pranic healing you can sense these types of energetic blocks and provide some guidance. And then this person lives in California and said, I don't know if you can do this virtually. So I'm going to, and then they say, thanks for considering me in my potentially blocked energy field. All right, so here's how I answered. First, do not be concerned because energy is always moving. So I do not know this intuitive energy healer that my friend met with at all, and I don't know what kind of work they do, and so I'm not going to speak to that at all. But I'll just speak from my perspective and my training that energy. Well, this isn't from my perspective. This is true. This is a fact. Energy is always moving and always shifting and always changing. We all know that. We just can feel that. Everything, energy is always moving, shifting, and changing. Energy in yourself, energy, you can feel energy. Have you ever felt when someone comes into a room and you're like, oh, and the whole room lifts? Or if someone comes into the room and you're like, oh, and you can just feel like the tension and the energy. Both those things are just energy, and that's you just tuning into that energy. And so you felt that, and then that's gone away for one reason or another. Maybe the person left, or maybe you just, you left, or maybe you just acclimated yourself to it. So that's just an example of you feeling energy that you can't see, and of that energy moving and shifting. So back to this person's question, the blocked solar plexus. So I'm going to do chakras on another. If you don't understand what solar plexus is or chakras, I'm going to do another video on that. So that's coming soon. But if you do understand what chakras are, the solar plexus is right here. And that is, a chakra is basically just an energy system. This is a short explanation. We have various chakras, and that is where energy comes. And it's swirled up. This is a very basic Tracy interpretation. You won't read this in any book. The energy comes in and it's swirled about, and then it shoots to where it needs to go. That's my definition of a chakra. How do you like that? That's very layman terms. So she says that she was told that her solar plexus is blocked. So there's a front solar plexus chakra in the front, and then the back is the same place, just in your back. And so I don't know what this energy healer was tuning into, but your front solar plexus is your emotion center. So that's your current emotions. And your back solar plexus is past emotions. So I'd rather not feel this emotion right now, so I'm just going to shove it and deal with it another time. So when you shove it, it goes to your back solar plexus. So a lot of us have congested, blocked, there are different adjectives that you could use for that, back solar plexus, because we like to stuff emotions. And that's where they all go, carrying around like a little suitcase on our back. And so that could be what this intuitive healer was tuning into. Also, the solar plexus is controls your internal organs. So that's another function of the solar plexus, your major internal organs. So don't fear, because whatever that intuitive healer was tuning into, blockage, that person called it, we can move that blockage. And in fact, those blockages are, they're just energy, so they move on their own also. So her solar plexus, my friend, her solar plexus may already be unblocked, or it may be blocked more. There's no way to know. I haven't tuned into it yet. I mean, there is a way to know, but I don't know right now because I haven't tuned into it. So it may have been blocked at that time. It may or may not be blocked now. And what pranic healing does, yes, pranic healing can help. So what pranic healing, prana meaning life force energy, meaning just that fabulous juju life force energy that you have in you that keeps you excited and propelled and going forward. That's what prana is. It's a Sanskrit word. So pranic healing would go into that solar plexus, and through the process of pranic healing, through the work that I do, can identify if there's a block there, and if there is a block there, to rid that block, to get rid of that block so that the energy can move about freely. And there's a process for doing that, and that's what we do in pranic healing. So we cleanse it, we cleanse that block, and then we energize it so that it's able to work as it's supposed to, as it's intended. So I'm going back to my message from my friend. Yes, so that is exactly the kind of thing that I do in pranic healing, sensing the energy blocks, identifying where there are. We don't call them blocks in pranic healing. Well, maybe. It's just not a common term that we use in pranic healing, but it means blocks. So, we're identifying the blocks so that we can cleanse and energize so that the energy can move more freely, so that it can just move right along and you can get back to feeling how you're intended to feel. And then the last question was, can you do this on video from another state? And yes, pranic healing is energy work, and energy, as you know firsthand, does not have to be, you can feel energy when it's not physically in the room with you. I'm communicating with you right now through energy. You can't see it, and I'm not in the room with you, but it is a form of energy, an energy exchange. So I can do pranic healing. I don't even need to be on, I don't even need to see you on the phone or computer in order to do pranic healing. I can do pranic healing and you don't even know about it. So energy can travel from here to California. Yes. I love to do, if you're out of state, I prefer to do it on Zoom just because I like to see you and talk to you and educate you about pranic healing and talk about what your issues are and see how the session is going for you. So I prefer to do that on Zoom just because I like the interaction. But yes, I can easily do that long distance. So I hope that is helpful to clear up just a few things about blocked chakras and how pranic healing can unblock those chakras, and that we can do this work across state lines, from country to country, anywhere in the world, we can do pranic healing. Okay, if you have any questions, if I said something that you're like, Tracy, what the heck does that mean? Let me know and I can clarify, and that will help me to know what kinds of things to focus on in future videos, because this was really helpful to get this email from my friend to understand better, like where the gaps are in knowledge so that I can help fill that in. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you're interested in a pranic healing session. I would love to talk to you more about it and help you out. Thanks. Have a great day.